Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you need to make a translation into another language? Maybe you're working with some ESL students or trying to have a conversation with their parents, or maybe you just want to try impressing your friends with your knowledge of other languages. Well, today I want to share with you a really cool app called Google Translate. What Google Translate will allow you to do is to select the input language and then you type in a phrase, or you could speak the phrase and it will convert it to the language of your choice. Check it out. Alright, so Google Translate is a free app. If you're downloading it as a teacher, you can just go to the App Store and download it for free from there. If you're encouraging your students to use this is on the Middletown app catalog, so it is approved for them to download. They can easily go in there and download it for free as well. One of the things I just want to caution you with, just like any other translators, is it's not perfect. So you want to be careful when you're trying to convert to another language, because grammatically it might not be a perfect statement, but it should give you the ballpark just to think about. But we have found that Google Translate does work fairly well. So taking a look at this, at the very top you'll see it says English on the left hand side and Spanish on the right hand side. The left hand side is going to be your source language. Whatever language you're inputting in and you're trying to translate it should be on the left hand side. So in this case I'm going to be typing in English and it's going to convert it to Spanish. Now at any point in time, say you're having a conversation with somebody and both of you are going to be translating, if you hit the arrow buttons in the middle, it's going to flip-flop those. So again, whatever your input language is needs to be on the left-hand side. Say you want to change one of the language, I might want to change from Spanish to another language. I just tap on it and I could go through. There's quite a comprehensive list in here. I'm just going to scroll down to the bottom so you can see how many are there. So you can really go in and translate it to a lot of different languages. Now you have three different options of how you input the words. So the first option is where you can type or paste your text to translate. Option number 2 is you have a microphone here. You could tap on that microphone and then you could speak and it will recognize your voice and translate that to text. And then the third option here is the squiggly line, and if I tap on that, you'll see that you can actually write in that area there. So it does have some handwriting recognition. Now I've had some problems with this, but I don't have the best handwriting in the world, so if you have nice handwriting, it should recognize it fairly well. I'm just going to close out of that. Now, in order for this to work, you need to have an internet connection. If you don't have an internet connection, you're not going to be able to do any of the translating because it's not done locally on the device itself. It actually sends it out through the internet to a server to get the translation. But I'm just going to get started here. I'm going to tap to type. I'm going to say, hello, how are you? I'm going to hit go. And it will give me the translation down there at the bottom. Now, in many of the languages, not all of them that are featured on here, you'll see that there is this little, speaker icon. If you see that, you could tap on that, and the iPad will read that statement, so it'll speak it. So I'm going to go in and just enter another phrase. Let me hit the X to close out of that, and I'm going to say goodbye. And it will give me that translation. Now notice what it did with my previous statement. When I said hello, how are you, it put the translation down here. It's in blue. Anytime you tap on anything in blue, it's going to actually give you a kind of a translation log. So if you are going to have a conversation with somebody, you could prepare some questions in advance and then just pull up this menu and go through them. If you tap on this icon up here in the top that looks like a little box, it will actually make the words much bigger for you. And then on the right hand side, there's kind of the opposite. You could tap on that and it'll go back to that screen. Now you do have the option down here on the bottom. We are on the home screen. It looks like a house. Next to that, you have a little star. And that star is you can kind of make a favorites list. So key translations that you use, you can pull up. And then on the bottom right hand corner, there's a gear. And from here, you can actually adjust your speech input. So if you're working with somebody and they have a different dialect of a different language, you could actually go in here. I'll just show you with English. You could do Australian English, Canadian English, UK English. So, these are languages, they support different dialects. You could also go in under the handwriting feature, and there's the auto confirmation. It'll automatically confirm the handwriting text. When it's disabled, you have to use the space bar to confirm the handwritten text. But the thing I want to point out here is down at the very bottom where it says Clear Translation History. If you tap on that, that will give you the opportunity to kind of reset this. I'm just going to go back to that home screen so that now the app is back at the beginning. So that's all I have to show you on Google Translate. Again, it's a very handy app, pretty cool app, so check it out. Well, I hope you liked this tip. Have a great day.